Happy Monday! It's the Monday after the weekend where we had the first christening brew day in the new place. Harry came over, of course. You've seen his video, I'm pretty sure you will have done. If not, head over to his channel and have a look. We had a blast. And it's kind of funny that a lot of people have been saying, is he new to homebrew again? Yes. A lot of it, obviously it's like riding a bike, a lot of it's still in there, obviously. Wasn't completely useless, but it's like anything. If you don't do anything for a long period of time and then you start again, there are the little parts to the process that you clean forget until someone points out, right, we need to do this. Oh yeah, of course we do. And it was good having Harry here because he was looking after me. He was taking me by the hand and helping me. So it won't take me long at all to get back into it, but I enjoyed it. We did well with the numbers and it was a pretty smooth brew day. The RO water though is going to be a problem. It's such a waste of water. The flush water is like puthering out and the RO is dripping, which I knew it was going to be like that, but after having it running properly to fill up the HLT and then filling up spare in a bucket to top up past the herms, so that we can use the herms, it's fully submerged. That whole process took forever, it really did. And I've actually managed to find that Severn Trent, who is our water supplier, does monthly, quarterly and yearly reports. So I can go in there, grab the information that I need for my water that's coming out the tap and put it in Beersmith, which I didn't have before. I should have checked. It never crossed my mind to research it and check it. But there we go. So the next time we brew, we're going to use the tap water, knowing what's in there, and adjust our salts accordingly. Another problem we had was the control panel just turned off, and we think that it is this switch that powers up the whole process. See, it's doing it now. It'll turn on, and then yesterday it was turning off. So this happened during the brew day. We just lost power and the cable that was wired into this switch was loose. So we put it back in, turned it back on, and it was working fine, but then like 20 minutes in, the same thing happened. So we think that the problem is this switch. We think this switch component is a little bit dodgy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a new one of them, install it, and hopefully that solves the problem. But this was the beer about 18 hours after we pitched the yeast. Goodness me! Back again. All right, fellas, let's have a look at the beer. It's about 18 hours after we pitched the yeast. Shall we have a look? Oh, she's doing well. See that Krausen building already. So I'm looking forward to getting the next step on this one sorted out. My goodness me. And this is today, Monday. So that Krausen's building. Yesterday I could see the floating dip tube, and now it's submerged in Krausen. So it's doing its job. This is holding pressure, which is nice. I've not used it for so long, so anything could happen, but it's fermenting well. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Oh, it smells so good. And then we'll go ahead and dose it with the dry hops, which is another big dry hop addition. The whirlpool was 220 grams, and the dry hop is even bigger, 250 grams. And like Harry was saying, it's very easily oxidised, this beer, because there's no 60-minute addition hop. So there's some vitamin C for the dry hop that will help that, but we are going to be doing a closed transfer, so I can purge the keg with CO2 and then a closed transfer, so that shouldn't be an issue, oxidisation wrecking it into the keg. Talking about the keg, I'm not going to be using the cornies for this one. I got sent a Keg King Junior keg. I think this was Keg King, Junior Keg King. I'll show it in the next video. I'm going to run through it. I'm going to get it all out, put it together, give it a wash and a clean, ready for racking this in. But yeah, it's a clear keg basically. One of the problems I had last time when I was doing the closed transfer into the corny keg is that I couldn't see how much was coming out into the corny keg. Obviously, you know, I know what beer's left in the fermenter because it's coming out. But if there's more beer fermenting than what the corny keg can hold, I don't know when the corny keg's getting to its capacity. So this new keg that I've got is clear. So when I'm racking it, I can see exactly what's happening, which is pretty cool. But I'll talk about that in another video. But that's come from Keg King over in Australia. I actually shipped it from Australia before I even moved into this new place. So I'm really sorry. It's Daniel that's sorted it out. He's a cracking chap, and he sent it, and we're going to use it. It's late. I apologise for that, obviously, but we're going to get it used. In fact, I think they manufacture a different type now, but we're going to use that nonetheless. And I just can't wait to get beer on tap again. Another thing during the brew day is I think I'm going to tinker around a little bit more with this manifold. I think what I'm going to do is shorten this tube and then have something that goes across the pot which holds it above the grain bed completely. Once we'd got it in that sort of position, when it was completely above, when we were doing the run recirculation through the Herms coil, once we'd got it out the mash, it sent to work a lot better. The mash got clearer, and then obviously I could use it then for like a sparge arm because it was out of the mash, and I just run the sparge water through it. It was above the grain, and I think it was the clearest wort that I've ever collected. I mean, it was crystal clear, and there was nothing getting through there. There was no grain or anything. And of course, the hop screed worked an absolute treat. I mean, 220 grams of pellet hop in there, and it just didn't seem to, well, it just took it like a champ. It was like there was nothing in there, which is fantastic. Things like that are just brilliant on a brew day because you just don't want a hiccup at the end of it after you put in all them hours, all that work of brewing a beer, and then have to mess about trying to unclog a filter. They work fantastically well, and it just works perfectly. Just runs like a dream. No hiccups. Even going through the plate chiller, no hiccups. So if you can get hold of one of them, I'd recommend one. But I think that wraps it up. I'll catch you on the next one when we do the dry hop, and then when I do the dry hop, I'll then run through this new keg that we've got. And I'm looking forward to doing another beer, and I'm looking forward to doing another brew day with Harry. We were talking last night, and we were like, we can't make it too long before we do another collab because it's just too much fun. So that's where we're at. The beer's doing well. Bit of a rundown of the day. I've got a few things that I want to get sorted out in here. I need a spray bottle for sanitizer because we had that issue where the seal came off the lid. I needed a spray bottle to give it a good spray. I need some hooks putting up in here. It's all the final touches that I can sort out now. We've actually had a brew day, and I know how things are going to work. There are all these little things just get forgotten. So hooks for the hoses, get everything up off the sides and up on the walls and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to cracking back on with the channel. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what's happening in the future. Well, that's it, fellas. That's it. I'm out of here.